Hey guys, welcome back to NEMT Van Talks. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Monica.
And today we're going to talk about how to inquire about broker contracts.
Yeah.
That is the number one question that we get. And we just kind of want to shed some light on the process.
Mm-hmm. So before you even inquire about broker contracts, you need to know, are there brokers in your area, right? Who are the brokers in your area? So you basically need to identify the brokers, and we have an easy solution for you.
Yes. So because this has been a question that you guys have, we've actually formulated a brokers list, which can be found on our website. I'll leave the link somewhere down here. And the broker list has over 20 nationwide brokers on there. So there is someone on there for everybody, no matter what state you're in. So if you're interested in the list, go check it out. But back to what we were talking about.
Right. So once now you've identified, hey, this broker is in.
Oh, let me stop you. I also want to let you guys know that their direct link to their website, to their inquiry page, is on their brokers list. So you don't have to search. We made it so easy.
We did all the work for you.
Right.
So yeah, to that and to your point, Jasmine, once you obtain that broker's list, because I know you're gonna get it, it's easy process. You want to go directly to their website, right? You want to go directly to their website, and I think it may be at the top, maybe right left hand corner, but it's an easy find. You should see a tab that says inquiry. You just want to click on that. Click on that tab. It's going to be like a little drop down question. It's a question.
Oh, you're getting detailed, girl.
Okay, I just want to like we have to help them out, like,
okay,
because I know they've been asking this question, so don't whatever. So once you click on it, you just want to fill out that questionnaire. They're going to ask you really basic questions about your business, information that you should know. And even if you have not started yet, like if you're not up and running, but you're thinking about getting into this space, this industry, and you want to know what is required, right? You don't have to tell them you don't have a vehicle. They don't know that information. So you can just fill it out. Just as, you're currently a transportation provider, you have 2 vehicles. Fill in all that information, right? Within the next 5 to 7 business days, you should hear back from a representative, right? One stating, here are the list of requirements, documents that you need to have in order to establish a contract. And that's just the beginning phase, right? Because if you don't have those documents, then you have to work on creating those documents. But then, Jasmine, what if they don't respond? What if we don't get a response back from the broker? Like, why?
Well, I mean, I have heard situations where they have reached out, they have not gotten a response. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, heck, even 2 months, right? And my next question to that person is, why have you let so much time go by? If it's something that I really want and that I'm eager about, I'm gonna bug the mess out of you until I hear from you. So if week 1 go by, you don't hear nothing, fill out the inquiry form again. Week 2 go by, fill it out again. Repeat until you get some type of response.
Yeah, and that shows just you're consistent, right? That shows your consistency.
And then also, let's face it, like, some of these systems things get lost. So you don't even know if your inquiry got to the appropriate person. So
that's true.
Don't just sit around and be like, oh, I'm bummed out, they didn't call me, it's been 2 months. Like, I don't want to hear that. Go follow up again.
And then sometime, even if you don't hear back, or you should hear back, but once you hear back, you may even hear back and saying, like, your service is not required in that area if it's already saturated. So just be mindful of that.
That's very rare.
That is very rare, but I mean, it's just still something to be mindful of. Yeah. Just in case.
But then on the inquiry form, they usually ask you, like, what's your name? What's your business name? Business phone number, business email. Sometimes they may ask you, like, how many vehicles do you have? that's very rare.
In the service area that you're going to focus on.
Yeah, but if you know, like right off the bat, that you want to work with a broker, I think you definitely need to start reaching out now to figure out what are their requirements, and then that'll help you get your stuff in line so that so you know, like, okay, hey, I need all these documents, so let me start working to get these documents so that I can complete this application, so that I can get in contract and get things moving. A lot of you guys just sit around and you just stay stuck, like, and just in the unknown. But you need to be proactive,
and that's how you be proactive. And because it may and it may take you, like Jasmine said, it may take you some time, like, to complete those tasks. Once they give you the requirements, like, you may not be ready, right? So, but you know what you need to have in order to get ready. So it's a simple fix. And then not only that, that's just the first step. Once you submit those documents and once you turn everything back in, right, this is when the battle starts, because now you have to start negotiating your rates, right? And so they may give you some rates the first time, right? Never accept the rates unless the first time they're really, really good rates and you just cannot refuse that offer.
I don't care if they're really, really good rates, you still need to try to negotiate.
But you want to negotiate. You want to negotiate your rates, and you want to negotiate until you can't negotiate anymore, and they're like, this is the final offer, okay? And that is very important.
But I know they're gonna ask, like, what is a really good rate? Like, I already know y'all gonna ask that question.
Go ahead and explain.
And honestly, it all depends on, you know, is there a need in the area? It depends on the area, like, you know, it just depends. But some brokers, you know, pay in buckets. So you know, if you're doing 0 to 3 miles, the rate could start at what, like $12. And work its way up to 20, 26, 27.
And then it's based on the level of service too, whether it's ambulatory, wheelchair, all of those things are factored into your rates. And like you said, you know, the service area, like, is it needed in that area? So is really, like, our rates may be something different than they quote you, so it's really hard to say, like, what the firm rates will be.
Because it varies per TP, per transportation provider. So so it's really hard to say, but, you know, on average, an ambulatory trip, you're probably looking at, like, I don't know, like $30-something, $40 round trip for like a 5-mile trip, somewhere around there. Unless you can negotiate your tail off and you can get some really good rates, like, go ahead. Like, and, you know, sometimes you can. Sometimes you may have a good worker that's willing to, like, you know, really work with you and negotiate some good rates. I will say we're lucky. Like the one we just I know, that's what I was like to say. We're lucky because Jasmine just negotiated some good rates for us. But, and then, you know, also too, if you do decide to work with the broker. Oh my God, you guys, I forgot to tell you, we have a rate sheet on our website. You guys were asking for a rate sheet, and we built a custom worksheet for you guys. You guys are gonna love it. So head over to our website, it's on there. That will really help you guys out and help you, give you some professionalism when you are submitting your rate sheet to facilities. Now, I do want to say, I typically don't like submitting our rate sheet to facilities, but some facilities are very adamant and they want it. So if they are requesting it, then of course you want to give it to them, because you don't want to make it seem like you're hiding something. But I mean, on this rate sheet, it should be your rates, what you charge. So I mean, it's really like not anything to like shy away from or anything. But now I had a good thought, and because you cut me off, you're so rude. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was excited about my thought, and now I can't even remember what I was talking about. Well, they want to hear about the rate sheet, girl. They wanted to hear about what I was saying, but now I forgot what it was. Now remind me. Okay, so let's talk about service area. So you get the contract, you complete the application, you negotiate your rates. Now you're gonna have to tell them what your service area is.
No, I know what it was. I was about
What?
to say. Like, don't solely rely on the brokers for business, right?
That's last.
No, I need to say it now. You need to know now.
God.
That is only a small percentage of your business. It should not be 100% of your business.
But they want it to be easy. They want easy.
No, they don't. You want to be smart. You want to make some money, and you're not going to make. I'm not going to say you're not going to make a lot of money working with brokers, but you want to be smart, right? You can make good money working with brokers, but just FYI. Okay.
I always tell people on our consultation calls and in our 10-week course that it's okay to work with brokers,
It is.
but you want to make sure that you have multiple streams of income, because a lot of brokers, well, you hear my because a lot of brokers have Medi-Cal contracts and contracts with health plans, so there could be a time where they lose that contract.
Yeah, that's true.
And then if you are building your business solely around them, if they lose that contract, that means that you lose business. And so that means that you could possibly go out of business.
And that's why you don't want to rely solely on the brokers for that very reason, because it happens. Or just like you just completed your contract and signed on to work with the brokers, there are hundreds of people waiting in line behind you to do the same thing that may not have all the information and knowledge that you have about negotiating your rates. It may sign up for those little cheap rates. And so instead of paying you to do that trip for
they're gonna go to them
$30 or $40, they're just gonna go to the inexperienced person that didn't know to negotiate those rates, that's doing them for $15-$12. It's saving them money.
And they know they get complaints about that transportation company. They don't care because they saving a buck. They don't care about that, which is sad.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Bye, you guys.
Ciao.